So with about a minute 30 to the bell, BLNK I like for a scalp, but I'm not sure it's going to really give me the big trade that I want right out of the gates. All right. So get the pre-market high in BLNK with 30 seconds to the bell. We can watch red to green moves, but I think initially my approach is going to be to try to scalp um, over the $0.50 of 550. Maybe it'll squeeze out some short sellers. The problem is it's go for quick trades, quick scalp over the $0.50, 550, maybe to 560. Maybe build a little bit of a cushion on the day. Okay, so I'm long at 548 for the break of 550.
BLNKW.
Like I said, just a quick scalp. Sold all except for 2,500 shares. Stopped out of the 2,500, so 590.
GSHD.
This was on the scanners.
CDLX.
But it's a 5-cent tick stop.
CDLX. CDLX. AMDA.
So that was very predictable on
AMDA.
BLNK that it would do that kind of pop and then fade. So now we're just going to map out the high, which is 63, and see if it gets above 63. So second break of the $0.50 is a spot we could watch. So the high day yesterday was 470. Sometimes these will gap fill down to that 470 point and then bounce off of it and turn around. So I would be watching the first 1 minute candle to make a new high. So watch BLNK over 520, 530. I'm long BLNK 519. What I'm thinking on this is a little bounce, first candle to make a new high, and we surge back up. Is 5. And we want to see this continue. It's kind of sluggish here. I'm going to stop out at 18. So I'm out. On that type of red to green setup, you want to see it snap right back to the highs. You don't want to see it just flutter there because then it usually. And 19 on my orders, so ended up making $200. Small win. Again,
U. BVSN. NSU.
CHFS, that one's not doing much. SEII, not a lot there. BLNK,
BASE.
you know, if it got over 25, maybe. I'm watching BLNK over 525. Again, I'm not totally sure it's going to work. I'm long at 520 on BLNK for the break of 525. I want to see that open up a little bit.
Pi.
Stopped out $5. So you could see this was kind of a pivot right here at 525, but it wasn't able to break and hold. Not unlike BLNK, I guess, but I wouldn't trade that one. Right now, watching the scans for a fresh stock to pop up.
SVA. SVA.
Here is it's kind of funny because it's moving up on the
CVM
daily,
plus.
but it
SVA.
hasn't really
SVA.
been the
SVA.
easiest to trade in the last 2 weeks. It's been very choppy. RXII, not a very nice
Hi.
daily chart. If it starts to open up, I can always get in, but the daily is showing some resistance levels at the
Hi.
moving averages.
Pi.
Yeah, some traders might buy this, but But I think most traders note that the 5-cent tick stocks don't work out very well.
CDLX.
Yeah, I think keeping the VWAP on watch with BLNK makes sense. I went from being up 800 on it to down 700, so I don't know. I just be careful. 7 million shares of volume.
SVA.
Probably have to wait. Maybe, I don't know. Give it a little time.
FRTA. UUU. 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 FRTA. UUU.
So we know the high down BLNK is 63.
UUU.
I thought 525 was an
UUU.
important spot. UUU.
CYTXW. UUU. UUU.
I have a sort of a bias against trading the 5-cent tick stocks. It's up 88% right now.
Gut.RT.
Watching BLNK.
BLNKW.
Long BLNK for a scalp. I'm going to scalp this up into what could be a circuit
BLNK.
breaker halt.
BLNK. BLNKW.
High is
BLNKW.
60. Just added at 80 on BLNK.
BLNKW.
Added again on BLNK for the break of $6. This is where you start to get a little bit of a squeeze. Adding again for the break over $6 on BLNK.
MNTA. 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 MNTA.
Sold half at 605 for $3,750. My average is 78.
MNTA. MNTA. MNTA.
So the high of that pop was 610. So over 610 is the next leg up. My order's at 610 to add. Sold half, 612. Stop is 597 on the rest.
ORPN.
Sold the rest for now at 605.
BLNKW. FRTA, FRTA.
So it puts
FRTA, FRTA, FRTA.
the high is
FRTA,
620, so my next order is going to be at
FRTA,
620.
FRTA.
I want to let this do a 1 minute pullback. And then buy the first candle, make a new high. It's obviously, just made a big push here. 660, 200 moving average. Remember, we've got that resistance point. So we're getting close to it. I mean, visually we're getting close. We still have a little bit of room, but this is probably going to be maybe this. I would go for a scalp up here potentially.
BLNKW. BLNKW.
You see some sellers on the ass, 10,000, 20,000 share sellers. So maybe people taking profit, maybe short sellers covering or trying to get short. Not sure, but
again.
I'm going to watch over 610. So this candle has 10 seconds left. Now I would watch over $6. Just added at 93 for the break over 6.
BLNKW.
For that first candle to make a new high. 610 is the spot where I would double. No, false breakout. Let's see if I can get out on a pop. I'm holding 1,800 shares. So rather than sell into the flush, I try to get out on pops. So you can see there was like a little bit of a wall there.
AMDA.
Sold at 86. So gave up $93 on that trade. My full size was 7,500 shares, and I was able to stop out enough of it, break even, and then the rest, small loss on.
MNTA.
Keep it on watch. Watching over 610. There's definitely some, churn here.
AMDA. AMDA.
AMDA, well, on the cheaper side.
AMDA. CVM Plus.
165 is
CVM plus.
resistance on AMDA at the moving average.
ORPN. Lens.
So you can see there's kind of this little pivot here around $6 on BLNK. So I'd probably scalp over 6, but I'll start with smaller size. I won't start with 7,500. I'll start with maybe 5,000, and then I'll add over 610. And if it worked, I would add again over 620 for a squeeze through the highs. Watching long at 6 for a starter, and like I said, I would add over 610. See what this does. Looks like another false breakout. I'll try to sell on a pop. This one's it's jumping around quite a bit, as you can see.
AMDA. SEII.
AMDA, I'm still leaving that one alone. Stopped out of BLNK at 66.
Lens. AMDA.
I'm long AMDA at 180. Only got a partial fill so far. So once it broke over that red line, that's where I became more interested. Got room now up to 334. So AMDA, this one, we'll see if we get into this kind of window here. As it broke over that red line, now it's got room back up to 334. And there is news on it this morning, which is good. BLNK. So, I choppy both ways. I'm only up $1,400 on it now. So get back a little profit on that last trade. Yep, I'm in AMDA, only 4,000 shares. I got a partial fill. So I'll look to add out of the halt over $2. So AMDA high is 180. We'll just scalp this out of the halt. BLNK before the halt, it should open lower. They usually do when they halt going down. AMDA, the strategy on this would be to add, coming out of the halt, back of the mind target is that it has room up to 334, and it's a stock with a catalyst, so that's working in our favor. We've got about a minute to resumption if it's a 5-minute halt. I'm going to put my order at $2 for an ad. I still have an order at 183. So if it opens, I can get in at 183, or if it opens, looks like a 10-minute halt. Spencer, on BLNK, because there was already 2.2 million shares of volume pre-market, I just thought there was a good chance that it would just quickly pop and then slow down. So BLNK around $5. Didn't open that much lower. Here, yeah, I see it. Yeah, you certainly could have gotten into AMDA at 55. Um, you know, I was a little hesitant on it until it broke over the 50 moving average on the daily, but there was a setup there, half-dollar entry. So watching for resumption on AMDA for a scalp over $2. So still no resumption yet. A lot of times, oh, so sorry, we have a minute left.
Blinn.
So watching for a scalp over $2 to add on AMDA. Okay, just added at
AMDA.
$2 on AMDA.
AMDA. AMDA. AMDA.
Sold half, 215. So now I'll give it a second to see if it can open up. The high was 225, so over 220 I would add. Just added at 208. Added again at 217 for the hit of 220. Looks like it's got potential for up towards 250. So over 230 would be my next add. Just added at 227 for the break over 230. Looking for a $half break on AMDA. Look to add for the break of the $half. So watching this little pullback here for an add over 240. This right here is a little 1-minute micro pullback under the highs. Stopped out at 21. Feels it's like holding there, but I thought for a second it was going to drop. There's a couple sellers if it breaks that level. Can always add back. It's holding pretty well at 220, so I got faked out there. I sold right into 220. So we can keep the first candle to make a new high on Wall. So that was the first candle right there with a breaking over 25.
AMDA.
See that seller at 48, 30,000 shares. Need to be able to break through that level. I'll even order it the $0.50 for a possible scalp over 250. Long for the break of the $0.50. Looking for that break over the $0.50. High is 53. I sold half at 52. See if it pops back up and I can sell the rest. This one's a little tricky. Sold a quarter at 38. Sold the rest
LPCN.
at 48 break even.
LPCN.
So you've got a high of 53, sorry, 55. You know, again, you can scalp it, but it feels like the scalps aren't really holding up super, super well.
LPCN. 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 LPCN.